All right, folks, we're going to kick into one of our favorite pieces of the segments, and that is the spotlight. We're going to kick over to Anthony. Who's your spotlight?
Well, I'm spotlighting this young person because he's doing something that I have no idea how to do. I do not like touching worms. I don't even really know how to fish. My fishing involves going to the store and saying, hey, I would like to have that salmon fillet right there, and I get the salmon fillet. You know, this little putting the worm and touching all that, that's not my thing. So I would like to spotlight Clay Thompson. He's a 6-year-old. He made a catch of a lifetime. It was all over Facebook. CKON put it on theirs. It was a muskie, 54 inches long, 24 and a half inches wide, and 35 plus pounds. I'd like to segue that into saying, see, water is life. You see how our waterways provide for our people. Okay, it was a funny story. He wanted to put it back in the water, but the muskie inhaled the lure, so he had to keep it. So somebody's having some good muskie around here. So I just want to say, hey, water is life.
Right.
That's why no dapple is very important to our people and to sustain our life.
Anthony, who's Clay's parents? Do you know?
No, I do not.
It's Nolan Thompson and Cheyenne Thompson, and I know Nolan is a huge fisherman.
Yep.
And how much does your 6-year-old weigh?
My 6-year-old probably only weighs 54 pounds, about 50 pounds.
That's a significant catch
Yeah,
considering the
for
body
a
weight of the
6-year-old,
person.
yes, exactly. That's why it was awesome. And the fish was bigger than him. He was just like, I was like, oh, and the fish was awesome.
So you caught my kid.
Congratulations to Clay. That's
Yes,
amazing.
awesome,
Good for
Clay.
you. Keep up the fishing. That's awesome.
He is a little fisher guy.
All right, Amber. So who are we spotlighting this week for you?
Well, I'm trying to decide who to spotlight on this. It's a great story, but I will go with MCA Chiefs Troy Thompson, April Adams Phillips, and Tim Dooley Thompson, because the Canada's Dreams Take Flight. That's a program that's been going on. Ganawaga's been doing it for 14 years. So what happens is they take these children and they take them to Disney World for the day, right? So Ganawaga's been doing it. It's when they found out that Air Canada showed up with was coming with a bigger plane, they had 4 extra seats. So with the partnership that they've been working on between our two communities, their chiefs reached out to our MCA chiefs. And they only had a limited time to do all the applications and everything. They worked with Akwesasne Child and Family Services to get 4 students' names together. And these little kids, they're between the ages of 7 and 11 years old. And I did talk to Troy about it, and they were in the hangar at the Montreal airport, and he said it was full of the peacekeepers from Ganawage. There was pilots, there was firemen, there was police, just welcoming these kids. There's like volunteers, doctors, nurses, everything, that they take these little kids and they leave their parents. They just go with these volunteers and this whole group. And they fly them to Florida and they take them to Disney and they get to jump all the lines and they get some vouchers to spend money and everything like that. And I just think it was amazing. I think it was a great initiative. I'm glad that last minute that MCA Chiefs were able to work with ACFS and get these kids there. Nice. Troy said the look's on their faces. He said one little boy was kind of like, and then when they're like, the people, they leave their families and they're walking up with the volunteers and he was like, bye. So Troy said it was just amazing.
Well, if they're looking for chaperones, I'm sure we could.
I know. I'm all for it.
There's 4 right here. We can chaperone.
All right, so
like
Ryan,
kids.
who are we spotlighting for you?
I kind of went back and forth pretty much all day about who I was going to spotlight, even right before we came on here. But I think I'm going to have to go with the Mother Earth Eggs program because it goes into our back to our roots of like farming, all organic, and it goes back into the buy local Akwesasne. It's economic development and agricultural program. These kids who are all Akwesasne youth who are raising chickens. Some of them have like over 100 that they were given, and so they're like raising between 70 and 100 chickens, and they're all organic. It's all local.
I can't wait.
Three Feathers, Valley Gray is the first vendor to actually buy in bulk these eggs. So it's all.
And I heard
it's not
flying off, the
program.
sandwiches are flying off the counter.
Yes. Yeah. So I have to highlight that because it's awesome. Once again, our buy local Akwesasne.
It is.
Well, again, we want to thank you guys for spotlighting certain things within our community that it's a positive feeling, and that's cool, and we're getting a lot of run on Facebook with that as well, and anytime that we can actually showcase them in even this small little medium, that's pretty awesome. All right, so again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us on Akwesasne Review. We hope to see you next time, so until then, we say, Onagiwahe.
Ona.
Deuces.
Bye.
요하네 가요하니 요하네 요하네